Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the field. Get ready for a shakedown. Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy, kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man, y'all get it. My QB got swag, my wideout is award winning. This fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown.
Shakedown.
Here comes Philly shakedown.
Let's go.
Hello. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Philly Shakedown podcast with my co-host, Philly 500. What is going on, man? How are you doing tonight? Late night.
I am fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The Eagles won. Ugly win. I'll take it. But I mean, it looks like a lot of things are playing out the way we foresaw. So that's pretty good, man. But I can't complain. How about you?
What did we watch today? Like from the start, I mean, I thought we thought last night, well, from when we talked last, that we were going to have some rust, but we had beyond rust. This was a product of this offseason and how they have treated training camp and how they have valued over the preseason games and put too much into joint practices, the tackling. It was such, and you know what? Like at the beginning of the game, okay, I can understand. Like DeAndre Swift was killing us today. I mean,
what did I say last night? What did I say? I said last night, you got to worry about DeAndre Swift. That's the guy that scares me. Right. And he goes out and he has a great game. Listen, I think part of it was the product of having rust. I think there's a lot of that, and I think there's a lot of that around the league. I think that's why you see certain upsets in week ones and early in these seasons because of it. But some of it was Jonathan Gannon and his play calling was absolutely horrendous to me. For example, let's look at this game. The Eagles start the game, they give up a touchdown, right? The opening drive, it was what I was scared of. DeAndre Swift basically goes down, takes care of the business. On the offense, Hurts starts out first drive 0-5, doesn't look good. But then, all of a sudden, Epps made a tackle, right? There's a wide receiver screen, he makes a great tackle. All of a sudden, the defense starts getting a roll. They're actually starting to do stuff, and they're actually blitzing. I think they even had a couple zero blitzes. Like, they actually were blitzing. And they start to shut down Detroit. All of a sudden, you have like three series which they're kind of taking it to Detroit's offense all of a sudden. And it ends up with Bradbury getting a pick six for a touchdown. Then what happens? They totally go away from that defense that was working. And they go away from it, and Detroit starts going down and scoring. And when it was 38-21, I'm like, you got to start bringing heat and blitzes. It's time. It's tee-off time on Jared Goff. They didn't do it. They would rush four. No stunts, no nothing. It was line up four guys and have them rush. It was easy. And I don't like I don't like the way Gannon coaches. I'm be honest. To me, that's the thing that pissed me off. No, that's what pissed me off most.
Right. And look, like the four-man pass rush, like that second half, it was adjustments. The same as last year. I was literally sitting there and I said, I feel like I'm watching a game from last year with a better roster on top of it. That's what I saw. So no four-man pass rush. Totally got away from the blitzing and all that, not making Jared Goff uncomfortable. The only sack you get on Jared Goff is when he dropped the ball. That was the only way we got the sack today. That was it.
Yeah.
So
that was scary.
So now I'm going through this game where offensively I wasn't a fan of Shane Steichen either because I thought, where was the other receivers in this game? Did it open anything else for any? AJ Brown with 155 yards. Hey, I'm glad we can rely on the guy. Thank God, because without him, what would this offense even look like today? Mm-hmm. What would it look like if? I mean, look, Detroit receivers dropped a lot of balls today. I think 2 for touchdowns. I mean, the receivers were dropping balls left and right today. I mean, they had They had a big problem today because we got away with a lot. Even though some of the calls today by the refs were on both sides kind of screwed up today. I mean, I think every game I've watched today, I mean, it was just bad left and right. But Shane Steichen as the offensive coordinator, seeing your quarterback struggle, but not even just that, but the RPOs have got to stop. The more you do these RPOs, it's a predictable offense. As they were going on over and over with these RPOs, they were reading it, and it was just getting more predictable. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I thought the offensive play calling had a lot to be desired too. You know, I mean, they came out throwing so heavy. Like, I knew they were going to throw more than run, but like that was like way too much. And as far as like, you know, Devontae Smith not getting any throws and Quez, I want to see the all 22. I don't know. I don't know if it's just happened to be one of those things. Like early on, they were able to get like short slants, quick slants to A.J. Brown, who could take a 3-yarder and go fit another 10 yards. And I think that really got A.J. Brown going, and it made Jalen Hurts comfortable with him. So I want to see the all 22. I want to see if Devontae was open a lot, if Quez was, or if it was just one of those things where, you know, it's A.J. Brown's day. But they didn't really spread the ball around. I don't know. A.J. Brown was fantastic. He was as advertised. I mean, he's worth every cent. Okay,
100%.
And I thought not only, I mean, you know, there was a beautiful pass that Hurts threw. It was a bomb, perfect pass that he almost scored a touchdown. He got tackled like the 3-yard line. But if you look at the other passes early on in that game, they're all short, quick passes that he takes and makes an extra 10 yards, 7 yards. So, you know, I just think the way it was playing out, I wonder if it was just better suited for A.J. Brown type game. I'm not worried about that so much right now. If we go 3-4 weeks and, you know, we got the same issues with Devontae Smith and Quez,
right,
then I'll say something. I want to see the all 22 though.
Well, I thought this too. I figured, as of right now, like there was some pressure in his face as well. There were sometimes he would get the ball in his hands and he would have immediate pressure and couldn't even pass the ball. There were some times where he had to escape the pocket too early. Like I totally get that. I totally understand that. But the way they treated, like, I don't know, the way they treated Hurts and the way he was maneuvering and just the distribution, like even the 2nd and 1 play when Noah Togiai on the 2nd and 1 play, whatever.
I didn't understand.
Why are they using him? Your number 3 tight end. Why are they using him that doesn't even play with the ones? Doesn't even play with the ones, and you put him in on a crucial moment. It's just, I felt like I'm watching the Tampa Bay wildcard game all over again, except we had more production from a receiver. I mean, Jesus.
What the hell is this guy talking about? You don't blitz up 17 points and give up a big play. Go watch the Tampa Bay game we just saw. Go watch what they were doing up 19-3, blitzing the hell out of Dak Prescott. You got to blitz. Of course you blitz. You don't have to blitz all the time. It doesn't have to be all-out blitzes, but you got to bring heat. I'm sorry. When you have 4 guys rushing the passer and you're getting no pressure and they're going down, scoring touchdowns, they went and made this from a 38 to 21 point game to a 38-35 because the Eagles couldn't get to Goff. What are you talking about? You don't bring pressure. Yes, you do. You blew a 17-point lead because you didn't get any pressure on the quarterback. What do you mean? You blitz. You blitzed your ass off. I don't agree with that at all. No. They didn't blitz, and look what happened. They gave up the lead. They almost blew this game because of it. Yeah. Yes, you blitz. Bring the heat.
Which they did not do. What they didn't do, and straight away from it.
But they did it in the second quarter, and it worked. They got away from it.
Yeah, they got away from it. Last year, the same thing. Super chat from R. Gravy. Thank you so much, man. He says, Dak broken thumb, needs surgery per Jerry Jones. I didn't hear about this till Philly 500. Literally just told me because the last few minutes of the game, I had to come home and set some things up. So you go ahead and talk about the news about Dak Prescott and how the Cowboys played today, if you want to go through that.
Cowboys were horrendous. I mean, you know, one of the things I said about Cowboys is they're going to take a step back because I don't think their passing game is what it was. I don't think Zeke Elliott is what it was. It came out, and it was exactly as we thought. They couldn't get separation. Dak was getting pressured. He was he was throwing bad passes. He should have been picked off literally 5 times in that game. He got 1 interception, but it should have been 5. Okay, and then late in that fourth quarter, after the game's already decided, when it was 19-3, they're bringing heat still. They're still blitzing. Todd Bowles is still going to blitz. They hit some. I guess I don't know how Dak hurt his hand, but it looks like he broke his hand, hurt his thumb, something that they're saying now is going to require surgery, and he's going to be out several weeks. So my guess, he's going to miss a month or 2 of football at least.
That's a shame. I mean, it's a shame. I don't want him hurt like that.
No, me neither.
Sucks. Really
I don't want him hurt either.
You know, like whatever move they're going to make at quarterback, whether whatever the backup quarterback they have over there, we talked about earlier, and if they go out for a quarterback, I mean, I don't think they're going to go out and spend top dollar on a starter just to rent them for, in a certain amount of weeks. I don't know what they're going to do, but does it take them out of the division now? I mean, with Washington played a pretty good. I watched the Washington game.
I don't think they're winning the division. I don't think they're finishing past third with what they had with Dak healthy. And now if he's out a month or 2 months, let's say 4 to 8 weeks, because if you have surgery, it's going to take a while. They're in trouble. The Cowboys are in big trouble. Early on in the year, they could go in a deep hole. They're going to have to really, really step up. That's totally true. Yeah. But they're in trouble. We'll see what Washington is. The Giants, I thought the Giants really probably have to give them the most impressive win. They beat Tennessee in Tennessee. I think, I thought their coach did a great job, especially after they scored that touchdown to make it 19-20. They go for 2-point conversion late in that game and get it. I think that's how you have to play. You have to be aggressive when you're on the road. And they did that and they won. Now, I still don't think the Giants are all that good, but you got to give it to them today. And if they're better than we thought, it could be a 3-team race, just not with the Cowboys in it. It could be with the Giants instead.
Yeah, there was a lot of teams that looked sloppy today. I think the Titans definitely looked a little sloppy as well today. So, I mean, I think, the Giants getting that. I mean, Saquon Barkley had a really good game today, so really trying to prove himself back from missing so much time just from constant injuries, which I was happy for him. And the Giants, that Brian DeBoer was praying. He had his little juju thing on, and he was trying to, get some good luck over there on that missed kick. So, and that happened. So, it's
hey, listen, Saquon Barkley. I told Giant fans, like, you can't kill him about last year. He's come back from a torn ACL. That takes time, Right. So it does. I have Barkley in 2 of my 3 fantasy leagues because I thought he'd have a good year. He did.
Right. We got a super chat from South. Thank you so much, man. He says, I love listening to you guys in the middle of Dallas. God, I can't wait to go to the Birds, beat the Cowboys when they come here. Go Birds.
Yeah. It looks like Dak is not going to be there in that first game. I'd be surprised.
Right.
But, I mean, we'll see. I mean, they're saying several weeks. But you got to figure, I mean, probably 4 to 8 weeks, somewhere around there.
You think Tyler Smith played good? You think their line kind of suffered a little bit today?
Yeah, I don't think he played that great. But Tampa blitzes. They bring heat and they bring pressure and they mix it up real good. Todd Bowles is really good at that. And they got a pretty good secondary. But the one thing that was apparent was that the Cowboys could not, their receivers could not get separation. They could not get open at all. And Dak had nothing to throw to. He really didn't. Right. CeeDee Lamb, he's got to be the number 1 guy now. Don't look like he's ready for it. So I don't know. I thought really the only thing that Parsons played really good. He had 2 sacks. I thought Trevon Diggs played horrible. And I mean, listen, Tampa Bay could have been up 40-3. They had 3 or 4 shots in the red zone and could not score. They were settling for field goals. So it's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. We got a super chat from Jordan Justison. Thank you so much, man. He says, super high for Miles, been my favorite player since we drafted him. Picked up 2 extra shifts at work so I could afford his jersey. Also, Dallas sucks. Wow. Oh, dude, glad you got his jersey. And look, I thought he ran pretty good today. I thought, from the chances he had in this game, I thought he was physical. You know, he was
Miles.
fine.
I thought Miles was great, man.
Yeah,
Miles, I thought was great. He was my second. He was my second star out of today's game. He had 7.5 yards of carry, 2 24-yard runs. That 3rd and 1 run late in the fourth to get that first down to continue to run the clock, where it looked like he was going to get stuffed at the line and got out of it and made that play. It was absolutely fantastic. The only question I have is, why did you take him out of the game for the next 3 downs? Do they really think Boston Scott is their short yardage back? Like, I can understand you bring him out for the one play, he takes a breather, but I'm putting him back in 2nd, 3rd down. Guy's averaging 7.5 yards of carry, the whole game.
Right.
And he got a touchdown. He got a touchdown. So, no more of this. He didn't score this year. He's already doubled it.
Right. We got a super chat from Keep On Slipping. Thank you so much, man. He says, can't believe the amount of late hits on Jalen. Yeah, it was pretty bad. That fight that almost broke out, between Zach Pascal, that was from the late hit. That was 2 late hits, and they I don't know, they should have. I think they got rid of the wrong guy. Because if you target somebody, automatically you get thrown out of a game. Is that
no? I think he had 2 personal fouls in the game, and so that was his 2nd personal foul. You get tossed after 2.
It wasn't Walker though. There was another guy that had a penalty earlier in the game. It was not the same guy. That's what I was.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe weird. It was. I don't know. But I do know this. That whole late hit was set up by the earlier. If you look early in that game, and I was complaining about it during my stream, like they were. There's 3 or 4 times he slid and they hit him. They dove headfirst at him while he slid, and they didn't call it. So to me, because the refs didn't call then, they set him up for that big hit because they're going to try to get away with more. And I thought when he got up, he was wobbly. I was like, oh shit, he's got a concussion.
Yeah, Slippin said it was Anzalone. That guy. That guy
he did it a couple times to Anzalone. Somebody should cut that guy's blonde little hair, mother hump.
Yeah, he had the longer hair or whatever.
Yeah, I'd cut his hair.
We got a super chat from Darius Slade. Thank you so much, man. He says, Gannon made us look weak, conservative like a baby.
I agree.
Did you see the soft zone coverage, like sitting back?
Yeah.
Not doing anything, bro.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, the second half, if you look at the second half of that game, when they kept scoring touchdowns, it was 38-21, they're rushing 4. It's just a straight up rush. And the linebackers are like 5 yards back. And it's like, dude, this is like vanilla offense. Like, Jared Goff was just picking you apart. Why don't you blitz? Like, why don't you bring the heat? It was working so well for you. And then they stopped doing it. I do not like Gannon. I do not like the way he calls plays. You have Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick didn't do anything. Like, he was non-existent today.
No. Yeah, he had some cover. I saw him in some coverage. He was lined up on the edge.
I want to see how much percentage of coverage they used him in. I'm really curious. But I would have been blitzing him when it was 38-21. I would have been bringing crazy heat.
If they don't have if Hassan Reddick doesn't have a sack by week 3, it's going to be a failed season.
Guys, 2 double digit sack years with 2 different teams.
23 and a half sacks. And
didn't even get close to the quarterback. They need to figure out a way and use them like the Cowboys use Parsons.
Yeah. No, totally. We got a super chat for Freddie Lemus. Thank you so much, man. He says, wish we got Smith and Watkins some catches. Go Birds. I know.
I know a lot of people feel that way. I really think I'm not going to worry about that right now. I just think it was one of those days. Those type of things are going to happen. I think you'll see days where A.J. Brown doesn't get a lot, and it's Devontae Smith heavy. I just think that it was one of those things.
We got a membership chat from K's Hana 877, member for 4 months of the Shake Squad Soldier tier. Thank you so much. Says Gannon is the weak link.
I agree.
Gannon's getting a lot of crap this game.
He deserves it. Listen, like you said, it looked like the same defense at times, especially in that second half, as we had last year. But you've got all these upgraded players. You're way upgraded, and you're still having the same problem. Right. It doesn't make sense to me. There were guys who I thought at times played pretty good. I thought Darius Slade played pretty good. He gave up that 1 touchdown. He had good coverage. James Bradbury was fantastic, I thought. Even
really
Jordan Davis, I thought, he had 2 tackles today, and I thought a couple times on a couple of those short yardage runs where they didn't get it, he pushed the pile back. So I thought he did some nice things. But if you look at like Josh Sweat, Brandon Graham, Hargrave, where were they? They weren't even getting close.
This is what I don't get. Like, how are these guys not getting pressure? Is it Tracy Rocker? Is it I don't know what it is. Like, I'm trying
You go back and look for one stunt. I dare you to find one stunt they ran. I mean, how are you going to get? You're just straight up rushing. How are you going to get? I mean, Detroit wasn't worried about that. You got to mix it up.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still confused. I don't get. Like I said to myself, they're coming. I mean, they let them come back 35 points. I mean, just imagine if they didn't kick that onside kick though. It's like stupid Detroit, that onside kick, whatever the plan was towards that, when Zach McPherson got the reception, got the onside kick. Like, what was the whole thing with Detroit doing that? I have no idea.
I mean, I get it. They're trying to be aggressive, but
the underthrown ball to Gainwell when they were in the red zone like that, or I think they were on the 10 or the 15. He threw that ball right to the ground. He had 3-4 yards of separation. He would have had the touchdown right there.
I don't remember. Was that the first half or second half?
First half. I think it was the first half.
Yeah. I remember because I remember there was a play where I was like, if he caught that, I think he wasn't going to get in, and they would run the clock out.
It was third and goal. I wrote it down. It was 3rd and goal, and he threw that underthrown ball at Gainwell, which he had like 3 yards of separation, 3-4 yards. And they threw it. If he threw that on his chest, he probably would have had a touchdown right there.
Mm.
So I mean, look, it's hard for me to like put so much on Hurts in this game, but it's like, these coaches, like, just the plan going into this first game. Like, what is the plan?
I actually thought Hurts was decent today. Like, I gave him a B. I really thought he was fine. I don't think he got a lot of help with the coaching staff. I think they could have run the ball a little more. I think they could have used Miles. I mean, Miles had 13 carries for 90-something yards, 7.5 yards a carry. Why is he not being used more? I don't understand it. Like, I understand you don't want to be, you're not trying to go in and just be a run-heavy offense. I know that they want to pass more, but you still got to be somewhat balanced. And there were times where they weren't, But I thought Hurts, for the most part, I thought he played good. I don't want to see him run as much as he has been. I think he took too many shots. I'm afraid he's going to get hurt. But I thought he was okay.
I thought he was perfect. Marcus Epps had some good stops, made some big physical tackles. Yeah, he's not afraid to hit nobody.
Marcus Epps played good. I thought Gardner Johnson played pretty good. He had a penalty I thought was a bad call. I thought Bradbury was really good. I thought Slay was good for the most part. That one play was a touchdown. I thought it was kind of just a really good catch. But I thought Slay even played good. It's just, to me, it was just your front four cannot get pressure, and you do nothing to help them.
Yeah, no, I agree. We got a super chat from Jacob. Did not say anything, but thank you so much for that super chat, Jacob. Much love, man. And we have 653 people in the chat right now.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, everybody, for coming in. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. Like the stream for Eagles news every single day. And if you have the Philly Shakedown, definitely subscribe. But subscribe to Philly 500. His link is in the description below, and I have it in the live chat as well. Hit the link. Subscribe to him. We both live streamed. Philly 500 did live stream the Cowboys game tonight as well. So definitely check that out too. And we'll have more content coming out this week. Obviously, our next opponent is the Minnesota Vikings on Monday night.
Let me tell you, you better not play like this. You're gonna have problems. No. You give Kirk Cousins time with Justin Jefferson, you're in big trouble.
He had 183 yards. He could probably have over 200 to 230 on us if we play like this. No joke.
You have to get pressure on him. Kirk Cousins. I mean, you have to get pressure on Kirk Cousins. I mean, he killed the Packers, man. That's a scary game because they could be a lot better than we think that they were going into this year. I don't know if the Packers stink that bad or if they're that good, but you better tighten up defensively. That's for sure.
No, I think with the Packers, it's a lack of receivers. I think it's just a lack of losing weapons and trying to have that chemistry with some of his players. I think that's part of it. I mean, I think there were some passes that Aaron Rodgers threw that weren't good.
Telling you, if they play Minnesota like they played Detroit, you're going to see Kirk Cousins is going to have 75-80% completion percentage.
Right.
That's what scares me.
We got a super chat from Dylan Durham. What's going on, man? He says, Gannon's scheme against the run game needs to tighten up. If we have to put 7, 8 guys in the box to stop the run, I believe good QBs will pick us apart again this year. Yeah.
I agree. You know, and you can't blame the personnel. You can't blame the personnel. It's because it's different. It's much better than it was. So to me, yeah, he's absolutely right.
Matt Ruiz, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, let's talk about Dak out indefinitely for thumb.
Yeah, so I think Bubba put 7 to 9 weeks. If he's out 7 to 9 weeks, that Cowboys are in big trouble because I don't know that they can win any games with Cooper Rush. I'm not gonna lie. They gotta play the Bengals next week. They could very well be 0-2. So, you know, I think Cowboys are in big trouble right now.
Is Michael Gallup supposed to play next week? I mean, they need receivers.
I don't think he comes back until at least after week 3.
Wow.
But even if he comes back, he's not going to be 100%.
No, he's got to work his way. I mean, that's you're rehabbing. You're not training. You're rehabbing. So I mean, then he's got to get used to being on the field and being his normal self to 100%. That's what sucks about coming back from injury. Sometimes it could take weeks. We've dealt with that with Graham. We've dealt with that with Javon Hargrave coming back. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah.
We got a super chat from Darius Slade. Thank you so much, man. He says Reddick should have had like 2 to 3 today. Inexcusable.
I mean, especially when you're up 38-21. Like, to me, that was the time where you should have started to really make Goff feel uncomfortable and get pressure on him. He didn't, not at all. He just went right down the field and scored and made it a game.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't. Well, do you think how many games is it going to take if Gannon keeps playing like this? Do you think they pull the trigger if they keep playing like this
I think so. If they lose games like this, they pull the trigger. I don't know, man. Why does Vic Fangio keep showing up to all our stuff? I'm just saying, Vic Fangio, I would get him in a second.
Yeah, I mean he's a consultant or something with the Eagles as of right now. So I don't know what he does or what's consultant for what he's supposed to be doing in the offseason, or he's just I don't know what his main job title is, but I think surely this could be our next defensive coordinator. After the Nick Sirianni hiring, is the rest of these coaches right now like Jonathan Gannon? Was that a Howie hire? Or is that a Nick hire?
As far as I know, I think that's a Nick hire. So we got to blame Nick Sirianni for that one, I believe.
Right.
You know.
Hold on one second. We got a super chat from Eagles Army Down Under. Thank you so much, man. He says Walker got 1 flag for a hit, another flag for a swing at Pascal after the hit.
Oh, so he got 2 consecutive. Gotcha.
For a swing?
Yeah, he threw a punch at him.
It's crazy.
Hey, bye.
Am I missing? I'm missing something here. Why is it not showing up? I think I'm missing something. Sorry, guys. StreamYard is a disaster sometimes. I thought I missed something. Maybe I didn't. We got Just Call Me Flair with a membership chat for member for 12 months. Thank you so much, man. He says, never seen a team get knocked out in round 1. F Dallas and let's go Birds. Also, one more day and I get that 2-year diamond badge on Philly channel.
Badge. Yeah. Look at you. You're a man. Shout out to you.
Keeps track on that.
Big time. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was rough. It was a win today, and we'll definitely take it. But at the same time, it feels like a loss in some way.
Really,
it does.
See, I feel like it's a win. I feel like we won. I have my concerns, but you know, I definitely don't feel like we lost. I feel like we won today. I see us as 1-0, but I think that you got to be a lot better next week. Have to be a lot better.
And what are they doing at running back? And then this is a good question. Where is it? Joshua Stewart says Philly 500. Are we getting a bigger back for short yardage?
Well, they got that kid Sermon, but he wasn't. He didn't even play. So why he didn't dress today, I don't know. But I think you need one. There was still a couple times where Scott could not convert on the 3rd and 1. They actually had to go for it. And I don't know how you felt, but it was 3rd and 1. They need a first down to run the clock out. They don't get it. I was going to punt. I was like, punt this ball. I'm punting this ball. I'm not going for a 4th and 1 and not getting it, because then you only need about 20 yards and they're in field goal range. But they go for the 4th and 1 with Jalen Hurts and get it. Once again, they couldn't get it with Boston Scott. I said right there is where you need a big back. You need a Jordan Howard type back, because I think you get that first down then. So yeah, I don't know. I would like to see it back.
Yeah, I mean, just put him in a game if that's the case. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, you kind of need it right now, because you get in these 3rd and short situations, 2nd and short, whatever the case, the short yardage situations. You don't have a back that can get through there. I mean, even when he did the QB sneak up the middle to try to get that first down, I didn't think he was going to get it, because I thought they were just going to pound us right up the middle. Pause. But you know what I mean?
They were going to pound us, huh?
They were going to pound us. But think about it like this. Okay. They were missing 2 of their top offensive linemen, and they still couldn't get pressure. I mean, they're missing 2 guys in this game today, and they played really well.
They're going to have to figure that out and figure it out quick, because that's just not going to cut it. Like you said, they had 1 sack that came off of a fumbled snap. That was the only reason they got that sack.
Yeah. Just because of that snap. That's it. You got super chat from Jordan. Thank you so much, man. I've never seen a defensive coach be afraid to blitz. I give Gannon till before week 5. If nothing changes, bring in Vic Fangio. Also, Fangio was a consultant with the Rams last year.
Was he? Interesting. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. I've never seen it either. It's like he does not want to blitz. It's crazy.
It's like there's so many people in the chat right now talking about Gannon than talking about Steichen, even though like I thought some of the repetitive RPOs and you're not keeping the defense on their heels with these RPOs. Yeah. Like it's not working. Well, tell me, Philly, how do you beat Jalen Hurts? How do you beat Jalen Hurts?
How do I beat Jalen Hurts? I force him to have to stay in the pocket and make throws.
Right.
That's what I'm going to bring pressure. And I'm going to force him to stay in there and try to contain him, make him beat me with his arm. That would be my goal.
I'm trying to figure out how many times we even forced Jared Goff out of the pocket. I mean, how many times when they blitzed us that Hurts is running for his life?
We didn't. He if you look at his jersey, he was clean most of the day. The only 1 sack I can remember. I don't remember him getting hit on the ground too much either. There was one time it looked like they had a sack and he got away. So, yeah, I mean, they just didn't get any pressure at all. Now, I thought, like, there was that stretch of, like, 3 or 4 series in the second quarter where they were really they started playing good and they were bothering him. They weren't getting sacks, but they were getting pressure, enough pressure that he was uncomfortable making bad throws. And then it stopped. After that Bradbury touchdown, it's like they took the foot off the pedal or something,
Yeah, I think obviously I think it was the one time I think we were getting pressure on him, and then he scrambled up the middle and got that first down. I think that was the play.
Yeah.
We got Jack Smirking Revenge says Jonathan Gann will be fine. He's already blitzing more. He has the pieces to fit this scheme. It's week 1 for Christ's sake.
Yep, but week 2 comes quick.
Yeah, it's gonna
week really 2 comes quick.
Yeah,
you got to be better.
Yeah,
we'll see if Gannon will be fine. I don't know. I don't know.
You're going to be able to tell between the first 2 halves. You'll be able to tell because I swear to God, you see 2 different teams. This is the same as last year. You saw 2 different teams last year. And I felt like every game last year, like every time he made the adjustments and it seemed like we were fine defensively, you go to the next game and we're in the same situation. Situation. It's crazy.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree with you.
Got Chris M with the super chat says, why are we the only team who won't run a standard offense under center and incorporate the play action? Instead, we RPO every damn play in shotgun. I don't know.
I agree.
How are you supposed to know that this guy, if Jalen Hurts is your franchise guy? Remember you said this in the live stream probably like a month ago. You said they can't use him how they used him last year. How are we going to tell as fans that this guy is going to be that you're going to give this guy money next, this year?
Yeah, well, I mean, I just don't think you can keep. I just don't think you can keep running him like that in the long run either. So at some point, you got to let him just sit in there and throw.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I hope we fix it next week.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. We've got to find a way to knock Cousins on his butt. I'm not saying you have to have 5 sacks, but you got to get enough pressure that he's uncomfortable.
Yeah. Kenny says Lions brought a lot of exotic blitzes. I think our OC and DC have to be more inventive with our packages.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree. They're very vanilla.
Torvald says, I don't think the Vikings will run on us the same way that Swift did, but Jefferson is going to give our secondary some issues. Even though we have talent there, the pass rush better be good.
It better be good because Kirk Cousins will tear us up way worse than Jared Goff did.
That's true. That is true.
Cousins is another guy that if you get pressure on him, he'll make the big mistakes.
Oh yeah, I totally believe it. And look, I don't care. Like we all seen like, yeah, maybe Cousins is not good on prime time, but if you don't try to have some type of distraction, if you don't try to get in the backfield, try to get pressure, I mean, you're gonna have issues. I mean, Jefferson already scares me already going into this week. He might be the only one. It's all it's going to take because I'm telling you right now, he can have over 200 yards receiving in this game. I
know what's going to happen in this game. You ready? Okay. It's going to be like 24-24. There's going to be about a minute 36 seconds left. The Eagles are going to be punting. They're going to punt the ball. Rager's going to be back there to catch it. He's going to get the ball. He's going to fumble the ball. The Eagles are going to cover, run the clock out, and then kick the game-winning field goal. That's what's going to happen. That's going to be a Howie Roseman win because he traded Rager to them.
Yeah, does anybody know that Rager play like special teams?
He did. I think he had a 6-yard return. Yeah. 6 yards.
Damn. We got Reverend Bebop. He said, what up, guys? Defense and offense should improve. Let's see how this plays out before we make decisions. I get it. It's a scare tactic. I don't know. I don't know if they did this on purpose today because we were worried about this.
We gotta let it play out. We gotta let it play out. At least a few weeks. I agree.
Joe says, man, I'm very positive, man, and this chat is depressing. Where's my value?
No, you should be happy. I mean, I guess we're focusing on the things that bother us, but it's just what we saw. It's what stood out. You can only talk about what you think stood out the most. I mean, for me, watching them go up 38-21 on Detroit wasn't the surprise. Like, I expected that. Right. I expected them to be like that. What surprised me was what they didn't do in defense,
Yeah, true. We got God Dog of Vices, Epps, Edwards, and White flashed in this. They were the most impressive to me in this game among our defense. Yeah, I thought
Bradbury was good. I thought Bradbury was really good.
Yeah, Kaiser made a couple good tackles. He was part of the deflection that led to the James Bradbury pick 6. Yep. I mean, he's just always around the football, and it's great.
Yeah, I thought him and White were good. Yeah, I mean him and Edwards.
Let's see. Dylan says, how do you think we game plan for Justin Jefferson? Will Slay follow him all over the field, or do you think Slay and Bradbury will split the responsibility?
I think Slay's going to follow him. Just my guess. They had Slay on Hawkinson at time a lot too. I don't know if you noticed, which I thought was really a smart play because I think he was their best receiver.
I think I was surprised more at Jeff Okudah was on Devontae Smith today, and they I don't think they switched him on AJ Brown at all during the game today. I don't think so. Which I'm kind of surprised. I thought it was going to be the other way around, but
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. Nicholas 02 says, how do you guys think the season is going to play out now that Dak is out a few weeks?
I still had the Eagles winning first. I still had the Washington second. My thing is I had Dallas finishing third anyways. So now I have them finishing in last place over the Giants. I think the Giants are better. I mean, they're good. If Dak is going 7 to 9 weeks, dude, that they may be in a situation by the time he's ready to come, they just shut him down.
Yeah, you think if they're not going to be in playoff contention?
I don't think they're. I think they're going to. I don't. Who are they going to beat without him? I don't think they can beat anybody without him.
Right. Yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. Let's see here. Cowboys season's over. Cowboys going 0-6. Possibility.
Oh yeah. Man,
So if he's out 7, yeah, the Saints won today, so that was
that sucked. That's another
Here we
debacle.
go. Here we go. They were losing too. I was like, I mean, we had the Saints pretty much winning that game anyway, but they were losing and they came back with that field.
I know. Every time we get a team that we have a first round pick, we can't get a break.
Right.
You know, I don't think the Saints are that good though. I really don't.
Victor says Dallas fans were mentioning Jimmy G's name. Imagine if they pay a second for him.
That ain't gonna happen. They're not gonna do that. Jimmy G has he has the right to refuse a trade anyways, but I don't think that'll happen. I think they're stuck with Cooper Rush. I don't think they're gonna make any moves at quarterback.
Right. I don't think so either. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. Falcons, yeah. So the Falcons always make teams come back on them.
Always. It's true.
I was actually impressed with Julio Jones today. He looked really good. He looked
really good. Like he had some speed. Like where did that speed come back from? He definitely looked like he definitely looked like more of his old self.
After Jason's, with everyone having a pancake schedule in our division, could see it being a close during the midway point of the season.
Yeah, I agree.
It might be. We got super chat from 40 Boy Lou. He says Cam Newton to Dallas won't do much, but maybe could be a possibility. He'll be cheap.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna stick with Cooper Rush. I really do. I think that's it.
Yeah. Brian said the D-line was the real problem today. It was poorly managed. We shouldn't have Reddick in coverage and keeping Davis out when they run it down our throats.
I agree. 100% agree.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with this pass rush, but I mean, you gotta choose one or the other. If you think your pass rush is not going to make it throughout the game, or you can't get pressure on this QB, whoever we face every week, you got to blitz or at least try to do something. I mean, something has got to be done because I don't know what these guys are doing all week. I don't know what the practices are like and how they're getting this defensive line prepared. Like, I don't get how. I guarantee you, if like Reddick goes to another team right now, he'd probably be fantastic. Probably his first game. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. You got to be better though. We need Reddick to get sacks.
Right.
I want to see the snap count. I want to see how many times Reddick dropped into coverage. If it's over 10%, I think it's a problem.
Sean T says Eagles defense forces a pick six and Goff throwing for 215 and an 80 RTG was somehow Gannon having a poor game plan.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
It was because he went away from what was working. You get the pick six. You had 3 straight series where they couldn't move anything. Goff at one point, you have to realize Goff came out of the first quarter with 6 yards passing. He had only 6 yards passing at the end of the first quarter. So the rest of the game, he started making throws after that pick six when they changed what was working on defense. So I have to blame Gannon and if it's not his game plan going into the game, it's his adjustments. Why would you get away from what's working? Makes no sense. So that's why I say, it's his poor game plan.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're telling me that all the upgrades we made are no better than what we had last year, because that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, it looked like
that. I don't believe.
No, I don't either. It's the number one problem is coaching. That's the number one problem. And I
Goff
think
had 6 yards in the first quarter passing. I don't even know what part of the second quarter he started to connect. I bet you it was late. I bet you it was late when after they had the pick 6.
yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what they're gonna do here. We have Joe Marucci says, did Brandon Graham play today? I don't recall hearing his name.
I think he had a half a sack. The only sack that they got was on that fumble snap, and then Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham both got in there, and I think they got a half sack each. Not totally sure, but I think they got a half sack each.
Tyler says the idea of running a heavy RPO offense without handling the ball off is so stupid to me. Who are we fooling?
Agree. Yeah, you're not. If you don't hand it off ever, then they're never going to focus on the running back. The idea is that you want to keep teams off balance with it. I agree.
Yeah, and I think even when he kept the ball for himself, and they smelt it out, and he had to throw the ball out of bounds, so he didn't take a sack, and it's crazy.
Yep.
This game really pissed me off. Like I was like, we were winning. Like I felt good after the win, but what happened in this game really pissed me off. And I understand that there's a lot of teams out there that had a really sloppy game today. A lot of good teams had sloppy games today.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what I'm hoping it is. I'm not really pissed off. I am concerned going forward about the defense.
Right. Well, we have 705 people in the chat right now. I appreciate everybody coming in to the Philly Shakedown podcast, the first Philly Shakedown podcast of the post game this season. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. If you guys haven't subscribed to my co-host Philly 500, his link is in the description below, and it is in the live chat. So definitely hit the link when you guys get the chance and go over and subscribe to his channel. We do this every single week, the night before the game and then the post game. So we're ready to go. We're ready to go. We're ready to get this done. So, I'll go over a couple more, guys. I know it's been a long night. It is late. It's like 12:35 over here, so it's getting late. So we'll go over a couple more. Now, if you guys have any questions, I noticed. I'm like, I better end this before someone snips. They'll
have me a picture like this.
Spit coming down your lip.
It's been a long day. I mean, you get up, you stream the first game, do a post game, go run out, do your Victory Cigar thing, come back, do the Cowboys game, then come on here and do this, and then I have to get off here and I have to go edit the video. So it's like it doesn't end. But you know what? That's every Sunday. That's what it's like on Sundays.
Right?
It's awesome. I love it.
Philly sports fan says, Joey and Philly, do you guys think the Giants can compete for the division? I'm looking at their schedule, and damn, it's light. Same with Washington.
I mean, I don't want to say that they can just based off of one game because I really didn't think that they were ready for that. But, you got to keep an eye on them. I mean, that was a great win today. That win is one of those wins that give you a lot of confidence. So I'm not going to say it's impossible that they can't be competitive, but I still don't think that they're there yet, but you got to keep an eye on them. They deserve credit for today. Now I think they play Carolina next week. They're going to win that game, so they're going to go 2-0.
Yeah, I think it's a possibility. Yeah, they played tough today too. They didn't back down, and they played really tough. So it was a good win. I mean, it could have been anybody's game, really. I mean, it was pretty much the Titans had it in the bag going down.
Yeah, they got to miss a 47-yard field goal. You can't miss a 47-yard field goal.
Well, even the Steelers, look, we have to look towards the Steelers too. Now they lost T.J. Watt for a good amount of time now.
I think the season possibly torn pectoral. That's the year.
Yeah. That would be a really big loss.
Oh yeah.
Joe Marucci says kudos to Bradbury, his pick 6. Yeah, I was happy for him.
I thought Bradbury played fantastic.
Yeah, he kept up, like even going downfield on Amon Brown too. His coverage was pretty good today. Physical, really good.
Yeah, it was. I was thinking, man, the Giants fans must be going sick to see him play like that with us. There you go.
See, it didn't take long. It didn't take long. Sleepy 500.
Yep. Sleepy 500. I love it.
So
it works. It works.
But guys, it was a win. At the end of the day, it's a win. So I'm happy we got the win. I would have been more pissed off if we got the loss on top of our play today. So it's been a hell of a day today. Hell of a day.
Yep, I agree.
So other than that, we got 641 in the chat. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Like the stream if you guys haven't. It really does help the channel out a lot. Subscribe to Philly 500. His link is in the description and in the live chat as well. Check out his videos. We're going to have a lot of content this week. Now, the plans for this weekend coming up, I am actually going to the home opener. I'm excited to go. Hopefully, I'm not going to be pissed off after the game, but we will have the shakedown Sunday night on my channel, and then we'll have the post game Monday night on Philly 500. So I will be at the game. I'll go back to the hotel and we'll get this thing rolling this weekend. So it was a tough day. It was tough to watch at times today, but
I'm happy we won. I'm good. I want to see them clean things up. I have things I liked about, things I didn't like, but we got to see. We that was 1 week. We'll see what adjustments are made. But I'm not going to panic or worry about 1 week. I thought they won. I'm taking the win. I'm going to enjoy it.
Right. No, I totally agree. It was, it was a lot. I was screaming a lot during the stream today. I think we both were, going out of our mind. Yeah. So, all right, guys. You guys have a fantastic day. We'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button. Subscribe to Philly 500. Like I said, subscribe to both channels if you guys haven't. Support the Philly Shakedown podcast. It's been unreal. And thank you for the support on both channels separately. So we do appreciate it very much. And we will see you guys on the next one this week. You guys have a fantastic day. Shake Squad up, follow slide. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Peace out.